Welcome in, everybody. The Glad Dad here for season number 5. That's right, season 5 here for the Outcast Motorsports. And we got a new league or new series here on this Monday night, and it's brand new to the Outcast, which is the Next Gen series. And we've got a stacked field tonight. Like I said, I'm Glad Dad here for season number 5, production and comms, and I've got a new guy in here. He's also doing co-commentating with race analyst Mike McKinnon. Mike, how we doing?
I'm great, bud, and super happy to be joining you all here tonight. Hopefully all your fans will accept me in this evening, and hopefully I can give a little good commentary. I'm not up to date on these next gens as much, but I will give you everything I got, bud.
Man, I know you will, no doubt about it. And we've got a bunch of people already in the Twitch stream here, 27 viewers, and we've got 28 cars on the track, so my math's not mathing. Anyway, let's pull this broadcast team off right here and get up to the cameras right here. Man, look, we got a stacked field tonight of cameras. We're going to start here in the top left. Looks like we've got Ronnie Welchel in the top left on his VR for season 5. Man, look at that steering wheel and pedals and all that. Man, looks pretty cool. Hey, Ronnie, good luck tonight. In the top right, we've got Jacob Answorth. In the middle left, Rob Hamilton, who is not at his rig right now. And middle right, we've got Ryan Fuge. Bottom left, Rob Williams. And bottom right, Eric Johnson. Good luck to those drivers. We got 6 drivers on the cam tonight. Appreciate you guys hopping in there and showing your pretty face. Well, handsome faces. I can't say pretty, but handsome faces, as we've got 2 minutes left here in practice. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm expecting it to, well, I wouldn't say not be chaos. We've got 70 laps tonight scheduled on the books here. 2 sets of tires over the wall, 3 green-white checkers, and 64% fuel capacity. I'm looking for some long green flag runs tonight.
Yeah, I would expect it to be that way. These next gens, we know about the diffuser on the back and the way they're a little different. You know, each front end might not match up great. We're not sure how they're going to push tonight, but with that diffuser, it's hard to make passes. You have to have a line of guys with you to make a pass. Probably be a lot of kind of feeling the car out before we start to see guys, trying to make their way toward the top, try to make moves. But I'm just interested to see these, because we know if somebody gets shuffled to the outside or to the center, they are going straight to the back.
That's right. And also another thing here, just watching in practice, watch some of these older cats, these veterans here in the Outcast who know how to race here at super speedways. I noticed that when the last car in line, if he kind of, drifted back just a little bit, he would pretty much lose the draft completely, and it's just a domino effect. The last car, until you got down to 3 or 4 cars. I mean, seen that in a line of 6. It went down to 4, then it went down to 3 until they pitted. But man, I hate to see that. I really do.
Well, I mean, that's the game, right, Adam? It's stay right. You got to stay close enough to keep the draft. You get too close, you start to overheat. You're not getting enough air. The way these things are built now with the diffuser, you have a ton of dirty air coming out from under the car that can slow you down, like that bubble they talk about. This is going to be quite a game for these guys, especially being that it's the first season of these new cars.
Yeah, now they've had quite a bit of practice here in these 3 or 4 weeks of the off season, pretty much running every night. Whether it's a different car, track combo, we run the trucks here, the Gen 6s, so the predecessor to the next gens. So they've got plenty of practice here, but the schedule is chaotic. I mean, the admins here, well, not say the admins, the whole community here has just thrown a monkey wrench into this thing. I mean, we've got 5 Flags Speedway coming up in 2 weeks from tonight. Now, that's a short track here in Pensacola, Florida, that you're about to see some next gens on. That is going to be absolutely wild.
Oh, I can't wait to see that little diamond off 3 and 4 with the wall right there real close. I mean, that's going to be interesting for me. But these new cars have the better braking system, so they may pull off a good show there. Just going to be a lot of shifting and a lot of braking.
No doubt about it. As you can see here, folks, in the top left-hand. The qualifying countdown has begun. 9.5 minutes left in qualifying. So let's get on track here for the first time tonight and see these drivers go around this beautiful super speedway. Eric Johnson on track right now, getting those tires warmed up as we've got 2 laps around this Daytona International Speedway. Rob Williams on track as well. And we've got Ronnie Welchel. All these drivers with new paint schemes, never before seen. Charles Wilson out there in the 57, and a lot of these guys still having the same number, like Shannon Donaldson, still the 30. And that's probably one of my favorite paint schemes right there. I love that red, white, and black snap-on number 30 machine. Been watching it during practice. He looked pretty good, pretty connected. We got a new driver out here right here from Oxford, North Carolina. That's Christopher Jones. And returning here, Terry Litweiler. Now, I've seen that paint scheme before. We've got a new driver out here on track now, Michael Stevens. Been excited to see what he's got here for these Outcast guys. And the 74 returning once again from Bethany, Missouri. That is Jacob Answorth. And David Vodka on track. Well, I always like to see what 24s he throws out here each and every week. Looks like it's going to be a gold Exalta this time. In Montrose, the Bulldog in the 10 car, getting ready to go around. As we've got times coming in right now, we probably need to take a look at those. Let's put it up here to the best time, as Christopher Jones now has the fastest time of a 50.18. And he's going to get another shot at it here, coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, I expected most guys to run high that first lap, but that's not a bad time to start off with. I just, I expect them to pick up here on the second lap, and most guys will be trying to get their momentum built.
Yeah, I think I'm going to see somewhere around like a 49 or so. Let's reload the overlay. For some reason during qualifying, it just likes to goof up. There we go. Jones sitting at the top of the board, and he's still sitting there. Gary Litweiler with a 50.18 as well. Look at that, 50.178, the top 2. His second lap is done.
Game.
Yep, Jacob Answorth will see what he's got coming across the line now. Montrose to the top.
177, 1,000th of a second.
I told you, hey, these cats, right? I'm telling you, they are very competitive. David Vodka crossing the start-finish line. Let's see where he's going to go to. And, Wilson and Vodka, 51.75, 51.73, and then a 51.62 out of Charles Wilson. And let's see here. Who do we have? Brian Zemer returning here in the 55 machine, looking snazzy in that U.S. Air Force. Let's see where he's going to go. Up to 7th place here. Robert Tibbs in the 19. What he's going to do was 21st, and Tibbs now to the top of the board with a 50.115. I was hoping to see some 49s out here, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Yeah, top 20, nobody in the top in the 49 second range. That's surprising to me as well.
Dalton Hall coming out of turn number 4. Let's see what he could do. Now, that guy right there, he's a fast cat with Moonshine Motorsports. He's got a teammate out here. Jeremy Ingold is his teammate. Just the 2 of them. And looks like Dalton Hall is going to be 25th. As Jordan Massey in the 68. Coming out of turn 4, crossing the start-finish line now. See what he can do. He's usually pretty quick as well. Yeah, there he goes, up to 3rd. Really close times tonight. Josh Newman. As he has crossed the start-finish line. Going to be 20th fastest, and Carson Youngblood.
Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised at some of these times, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I figured we'd in qualifying here we'd probably break into the 49s right at or 50 O's at least. Carson Youngblood up to 9th, but it isn't destined here. So let's see. What are we looking like for weather though? Oh, 119 track
That'd be
temp.
why.
That's why.
The heat takes away horsepower.
That's exactly right. Brandon Brock on track. Ooh, love that 3 DuPont. Now, here's the thing. Now, I've got a couple of guys who do this week after week, season after season. And Brandon Brock, he likes to run Jeff Gordon paint schemes on a number 3.
I get it. And make the best of both worlds, right? Make everybody happy.
That's right. And David Vodka, he likes to run, sometimes, he likes to run Dale Earnhardt paint schemes on his 24. I mean, I don't blame him.
I like it. Yeah, that's right. You get the best of everybody.
See what Brandon Brock's going to do here. Across the start-finish line, and 13th fastest. Looks like for him, 50.22. As we're refreshing our paints here, some of these guys do not have the right, or I don't have the right paint on for them. Yeah, Jeremy in gold. Down the backstretch he goes.
Yeah, that's good looking paint. I don't mind that paint.
Well, the numbers are correct. The paint schemes may not be.
Yeah, it'll probably have to. It's trading paints is fickle every now and then.
It is, especially when you get in here early with these guys.
Yeah, it
You know,
gets
when
fickle.
when you're one of the first few that gets in here, and then they join, it just really just does not like the update.
Yeah, that 115 is going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody can get it.
Makes sense with that high of a track temp and the ambient temp being up. If people not into engines, they understand the thicker the air, the more humidity, the little cooler it is. You're getting more oxygen, you're making more power. So it makes sense. There may just be a little feeling down on power right now.
As we've got Brian B. Dubs. That is Brian Welchel. That is the son of Ronnie Welchel. Down the backstretch he goes. This is B for his second lap.
Good looking 53 paint scheme there. Move him into 18th. Looked like we had a couple last minute entries there, Adam. I got up to 29 entries.
Oh, wow. And Kel Peterson crossing the start-finish line now. And where's they going to put Kel Peterson? Looks like 22nd.
Yeah, 50.397. Just a couple tenths off the pole setter. All that is a little twitch of the wheel, though, right?
That's right. That's it. And let's take a
guy
look
in
here.
the chat says he loves beavers. I don't know exactly what that means, but okay.
Let's make sure that we have our... Yep, that's it. That's my fault. Apparently that got
There we
unclicked.
go.
That got unclicked. So we should be good now.
Yeah, that ought to fix every paint job here before it's over.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry about that, folks. And looks like the field is getting ready to take the grid.
I'm super interested here, Adam. I don't know who's doing what, folks. I'm going to do my best to keep up with the numbers. The drivers, I'm all new to this, so if I call out the wrong name or I pronounce it wrong, it's on me.
You'll do just fine. There we go. Now we got the going. Now let's get ready to do the grid walkthrough here. Starting on the pole tonight, Robert Tibbs in the 19 with Charles Wilson to his outside. Row number 2, Jordan Massey with Drew Calvert. Row number 3, David Vodka with Ian Montrose. In row 4, Christopher Jones and Terry Litweiler. Row 5, Carson Youngblood with Brian Seymour.
That'll bring us to row 6, and we'll see Rob Williams in the 61 machine. He'll be alongside Michael Stevens in the 5 and P12. Row 7, that'll bring us Brandon Brock in that 3 machine. He'll be next to P14, Eric Johnson. Row 8, that'll bring us to 62, Ronnie Welchel. He'll be alongside Michael Richardson in the 29. Row 9, Sean Rother in the 33. He'll be next to Brian B-Dubs there in the 53 machine. That'll bring us to row 10, Jacob Ainsworth in the 74, and he'll be alongside Steve Giberson in the 60.
In row 11, we've got Tim Boyce with Kel Peterson. In row 12, Ryan Fuchs, Josh Newman. 2 heavy hitters there in row 12. Row 13, Rob Hamilton, David DeVille. In row 14, Shannon Donathan with Jeremy Ingold. And last but not least, Dalton D-Mac Hall taking over the 29th spot. And there we go. Now look at these paint schemes, boy. Now they're on and popping. Love what I'm seeing now.
Yeah, that looks a little better. iRacing doesn't know how to do a paint scheme, so these boys have done a fine job with their machine.
And let's take a look here at the weather real quick, Mike. Looks like it's 82 in the air, 120 track temp, 14 miles per hour out of the east-northeast. And the track info here, 2.5 miles. Pit limit speed is 60 miles per hour. And the race rules, of course, 2 sets of tires over the wall, no fast repairs. Who needs those? 3 green light checkers, and fuel limit 64%. And they're going to be somewhere around the 24 laps on a tank of fuel here.
I'm interested in that wind. I've been by this track a few times. If it's situated the way I think it is, it should have a headwind down the front stretch by the grandstands. It should have a tailwind going down the back if everything is the way I remember it as I drive by it.
That sounds about right to me. All right, folks, so they are getting ready to come out of turn number 4 at the pace speed here, which is 70 miles per hour, to get ready to start off season 5 here at Daytona. So let's pull those belts tight virtually. Make sure all our switches are flipped. And yeah, get your snacks, your drinks, because you're along for a ride here with the Outcast Motorsports Next Gen Series. Pace cars off, starting here in 3, 2, 1. Green flag is out. Side by side, here they go for 70 laps.
Tibbs on the inside, really good start right there. He's going to want to push out of Wilson. There's going to start, we get a little stretched out a little bit for Tibbs there. He's going to have to pick one line a little too early for blocking the whole thing. We'll see what we get as everybody kind of brings it out of 2 and they get up to full song here out of.
Oh yeah, everybody's still 2 by 2, and I think it's going to be like that for a few laps now, if I had to guess. And here comes Drew Calvert in the 43 on the high side, as he's pushing old Charles Wilson, my mentor, on the high side. Charles Wilson leading that outside lane too. And look at Snazzy as Jeremy Ingold. Something happened to Jeremy Ingold already here, as he had to, I guess something happened. He had to jump to the pits here.
It's a shame this early in the race. Maybe he's able to get whatever's happening under control, get back out there, get a lucky dog or whatever they got going on, and then get himself right back in this race.
And let's take a look here real quick at the 20 of Kel Peterson, already up 5 spots. Well, now down to 3 as he's shimmy and shaking on that high side. He has got, who is at the 4 of Josh Newman behind him. Kind of just letting it happen here as Drew Calvert's actually dropped some spots on the high side. Looks like that bottom Mike's got some really good momentum right now.
Yeah, shorter way around early in the race with the heat. I would try to do that. You'll probably see him migrate up a little bit later on in the show here, but no, doing a fantastic job out there with Tibbs, Massey, Vodka, Jones, all those guys just towing the line right now.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys, season after season, week after week here, Mike. Some of these guys are itching for a win. They've been so close and just haven't really had the opportunity to do anything. But I think season 5 here, now that we're running 3 series, I've seen them. They're pretty impressive on the next gen side. So I'm looking to see some new winners here this season in this series.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get something a little different just because of the, the way the car runs. Some people are good in these, some people are good in Xfinity cars. You'll see a little bit difference from everybody, as we get to the shorter tracks. There could be shifting, there could be all kinds of different things. But as for now, guys doing a good job. You see poking out, just get a little air, drive back down, keeping a nice gap between each other. And as I said, you get that bubble of air coming off of that diffuser, that can cause you issues. You get sucked up here too close. If you can break the bubble, though, you can put one heck of a push on.
Yes, you can. And it looks like the outside line's kind of breaking up just a little bit here. Nobody's really up there. I mean, we've got some drivers up there, just a couple, but I think they're going to be itching here to get down to the bottom real quick.
Yeah, I kind of like this. Let's get some laps in before we really get racing. Let's feel it out and see what we got, right? Because you said they're 64% fuel and 20 laps they're going to already have to pit. Let's just get to the first pit stop, shake it out, see who we can trust, see who we can go with, and put it on from there.
There's Michael Stevens right there. He was on that high side leading, and then he dropped back down to the bottom. And the 34 here of Dalton Hall, he's trying to get Moonshine Motorsports to get up there as he's side drafting the 15 of Ryan Fuchs here. Trying to make something happen, slow them guys down.
Yeah, that's definitely where you don't want to be, is out by yourself, because usually you're going to go straight back. But you see the 5 machine there, he's having a little issue, just a little back and forth, getting a piece of apron. That's going to slow him down and allow the 34 to maybe get in line right here.
Yep, there he goes.
Going to squeeze it right down.
Yep, Dalton Hall in 21st. Oh, as the 5 goes back up the track, and that gap is going to immediately close there as Dalton pulled down, got in the draft. Now he's behind the 74 here of Jacob Answorth. Everybody all in line.
A little bit odd on that move, but it's okay. Get in line. It's way early, but like I said, you get hung out here, you are going straight back, and you saw how fast that closed up. So these cars are sucking up to each other fairly well right here, as we saw the 34 easily move up through there. But here we're going to have 5 guys. They're going to try to see what they can do on this outside.
Ryan Welchel all the way on the bottom here as we've got, let's see, the 33 of Sean Rother on the bottom. That's the 29 of Michael Richardson, new driver here. Got both the newbies here, nose to tail on the high side. And then the 5 leads him out to dry, and he's all by himself right here. Michael Richardson's going to drop to the back here. There's no gap.
Now he'll go straight to the back. Did I see somebody blink out? I'm not sure. I didn't see that. Looked like
Yep.
D-Mac might have blinked.
Yep, that's exactly right. Oh, he's back. And back up to the front, though. Everybody's still nose to tail. Looking very, very nice here as we're looking off the back deck lid of Robert Tibbs. Now, in the chat here, Mike, in the community, the general chat in the Discord, you asked earlier who was the car you needed to watch out for. and Tim said he was a 50-50 chance of being a weapon. Well, he lied. That guy right there is a wheel man. And he's leading this race, and he's holding a pretty wheel right now. Let's get on board here with him and see just how he's doing in the car. You can see out the rear view mirror here, he's got them completely lined up.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are, I like this. I almost never get to race like this, but this is good early in the race. Feel it out, get in the draft, see how you're handling before you start making any, crazy moves, because people that don't iRace have to understand this. If your offset is wrong here, if your steering ratio is just not right, you get behind a car and it'll just throw you around like you're behind a semi-truck on the road. It throws you. The closer you get, the worse it gets. And of course, you start getting fixated on that deck lid right in front of you, and you go wherever that car goes.
Yes, sir, exactly right. And look at this guy right here, the 18 of Eric Johnson's already moved up 8 spots, up into 6th place here. Now he's got nowhere to go currently, and if I know Outcast, which I do know Outcast, guys, they're going to stay just like this. They're going to call their pits down in probably 15 laps, and they're going to pit green flag runs here. I don't think there's going to be any cautions for a little while.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we're in a good position right here to get some laps ran. And like I said, this is what I would want to do, especially in a new vehicle like this. You got a full draft now. And just make sure you're working correctly the way you want it before you start doing anything crazy. That's exactly what I would like to do. Oh, big push. Wow.
We got some things happening back here. I saw some timing stuff starting to jump around these drivers. Kel Peterson dropping some spots. Jacob Vansworth as well, as these guys are struggling to get this outside lane going.
Yeah, Jacob put a hard push on Michael Stevens there, and Michael Stevens' car did not like it one bit. But need to find out if we can push in a corner or not, I guess. And they just found out. I don't think that's possible.
You got to be very, what's the word, gingerly with it. Can't be aggressive, especially not when you're currently side drafting and being pushed. There's no air on the car whatsoever. As we got Brandon Brock here, check this out. Brandon Brock at 7th. Now he's got a slew of cars on the high side trying to help him. You got Ian Montrose right there, Drew Calvert, the 55 of the Seamers up there.
Yeah, and he's going to drop down, leave, leave the 10 of Montrose on the high side right there. That's just, that's how you got to make passes. You got to use the other people around you to make a pass right now, get a good push. Montrose, he does have a slew of guys up there, though. We'll see if this outside can start to make to move. What I would do is move a little higher, get away from any possible air disturbance I could.
Yes, sir. Get away from the side draft. That's excellent here. And, I mean, they're still close enough. They're getting some side draft. You can see Montrose got pulled back just a little bit. He's going to pull down the ground, trying to grab some draft here and then go back up the track. If anybody can get up there alongside him, it's going to be Brock and Montrose.
Yeah, they need to get up there and split that seam, get away from all the air disturbance they possibly can and keep the momentum wound up. But you're going to have 5, 6, 7 guys in a line to do it, to take away the energy from this bottom line, which is pretty much the entire field.
That's right. They know what side their bread buttered on. They don't want to go down from the bottom. At least not right now, early in the race. You want to click these laps off, because the more you sit there and battle side by side, the risk of having an accident or, damage in your car, because we don't have fast repairs in this league, those chances go up the more you battle side by side here. So clicking these laps off is in their best interest, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. There's a league I know of. They need to figure out how to do this itself, but they do stage racing and points, so it is constant crazy. But these guys are doing exactly what I would do.
That is different. Brian Seamer here in 12th. He's got Answorth and Stevens to the high side. They're going to try to get this thing going once again.
Yeah, these guys have been a couple that have been able to do it. You see, I think it's Montrose. Did him jumping back out there again?
Yep, Montrose back to the high side once again. Nose to tail, got about 5 drivers.
Yeah, gonna need a couple more possibly to move to the front.
That's right, a couple more just to get that energy going. Not sure it's going to happen. I mean, he's on the move. He's now ahead of Eric Johnson and now to the right rear of Rob Hamilton. So maybe if he can side draft Rob just a little bit here, they need to go down. Stevens needs to be the side drafter. Montrose does not even need to get close to these cars. The second in line needs to go down there and kind of do some side drafting.
You know, a lot of times this move will work because the bottom line, other than the leader, most guys will lift just a little in the corner so that they don't upset, you know, or have a chance to hit anybody. And if you can keep it pinned on the outside, you can drive right around them. But bottom line's a little separated back there around 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. These guys should be able to make a move if they can just get one more taker.
Looking off the back bumper here of Montrose. Oh, Stevens getting split 3 wide here. And into the middle. He is the meat in the sandwich. Answorth to the high side. There goes Answorth.
It's going to drop. All that good work for nothing. One little mistake.
Yep, they're going to have to reset here and go. But they're on lap 17, coming to 18 on the backstretch. So pit stops going to be happening pretty soon, I would say. Everybody's trying to get back down to the bottom once again. There's 3 Musketeers up top. Everybody else, it's an army.
Yep. And you can see a couple cars back here. I mean, there's such a run to be had. They're just not taking it right now, folks. They're just working this out. Let's get through the pit stop, see how that works, because that can bring its own sets of issues right here. You want to hit it perfectly, but somebody hits a little bit different breaking point than you, and you can be in a world of hurt.
Right on board here with Ronnie Welchel. Got him on camera tonight in that bottom left hand of your screen. You can enjoy him in the cockpit and in his cockpit at home with his VR on as he sees these guys getting side by side here.
That's what I'm saying. You can see that run he had. That'll come later in the race. But he had a huge run because these guys barely lift into that corner, and just to make sure they don't hit somebody in the corner. That's the reason everybody does it. But it's surprising to me the outside cannot get the momentum, or they're just not trying to get the momentum, I guess I should say.
Right, they're coming up on lap traffic now. There's a guy on the high side up there. Not sure exactly who that is at the moment, but we're on board here with Eric Johnson. Looks like that's going to be David DeVille way up front. And let's get on board here with Jacob Answorth. As he's on the high side hustle here.
Yeah, he's been trying this over and over again.
Can't make it work.
Now, you said there's only 2 sets of tires, so we're assuming we're just coming for fuel the first time, right?
Oh, yeah, I would not take tires. Unless you're on board with everyone you're pitting with taking tires, I would not take tires. Maybe right side, seeing how they're empty, or lefts, you know, something like that.
Yeah, I guess that would be a possibility. You could probably do that in the amount of time it takes to fill one of these up.
Take a look here, Answorth. These guys are, well, I can tell you what, Tibbs definitely a little lower on fuel as he has pretty much led every single lap tonight. So they're going to be coming soon here with the next few laps, I do believe, especially Tibbs. Tibbs going to have to try to convince these guys to come down early.
Yeah, you said the key word, right? Convince. Hopefully these guys have got a strategy put together, but you watch these folks, if they all come at the same time, you're going to see them fan out all over pit road. And hopefully everybody can get in and off, in a hurry, and we can get all bunched back up. But I would assume you're going to see maybe 2, maybe 3 separate groups all coming down.
Yeah, I don't think they're all going to pit together. I think it's going to be about 4 groups here, and probably groups of 6, if I do say so myself. That's usually how they do things. Get nice and spread out.
Yeah, it makes it much easier trying to navigate your braking points and not have to worry about a lot of traffic in front. Let's see, D-Mac with the fastest lap of the session so far, a 45.688. So that shows you how much speed is actually in this vehicle when it's in the draft.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they are smoking fast here tonight. I mean, 45 seconds that's getting it.
Yeah, it's getting it on.
There's Dalton Hall there on the bottom in the 34 machine.
Yeah, he's up 14 positions. Rob Hamilton there up 11. Got eight spots up for Eric Johnson, 6 for Rob Williams, 6 for Brandon Brock. A lot of guys just kind of, status quo. Let's just make a nice, easy run of it so far.
Getting real close here on pit stops. I'm getting excited. Montrose, he's back here in 8th, just sitting, as Drew Calvert has dropped 5 spots from where he started. So he started in 4th place. Still in a good shot, or good spot here. I like that Menards paint scheme he's got going on. And Terry Litweiler's 71 machine.
Adam, I got to step away for a second. I got something going on with my wife here. I'll be right back.
No problem. Tibbs still in the lead. Massey in 2nd, as we are moments away here of pitting. We're on lap 24. They just crossed the line right now. Driver's looking real good tonight. Freaky fast, as Kevin Harvick would say. Get off the back of Carson Youngblood and Rob Hamilton. A lot of these drivers getting spread out now. Looks like Charles Wilson's kind of lost a little bit here. 2 tenths back. Easy to catch up though. He's got help out the back from Steve Kyberson. Oh, and there goes Brandon Brock to the high side here with Eric Johnson. Pit stops are incoming here. There we go. Robert Tibbs making the first call down pit road. Just 2 drivers, him and Massey. Everybody else stays out. Eric Johnson now to the lead. He's got David Vodka to the bottom here, and he's got the most energy. Still side by side, the 18 and the 3. Got 1 driver coming down pit road now. Looks like Rob Williams coming by himself. That's not a healthy spot or a healthy strategy. Driver's still out right now on lap 27, just crossed the line now. And Brendan Brock dropping back, dropping like a rock. Gonna have to get down right now. Yes, there he goes, right behind Drew Calvert. Everybody back in line. And here we go, got some pit stop. This is the bigger field here. Brock making the spot happen. Oh, and he's sideways going through the grass. Brandon Brock is. Let these drivers go by, and then he's going to get back out there. Eric Johnson coming down pit road. Vodka as well. Litweiler, and now Montrose to the lead. What you talking about, Daka? Montrose got two drivers right in front of him here that are not for position. Montrose down now with Calvert and some other guys. Looks like Wilson down as well. There goes Wilson. They're 3 wide down there coming to pit road. Now Brian Zemer, Michael Richardson, Tim Boyce. Only drivers left. Oh. Hit the wrong pedal, downshift, and blew his motor. Or blew your motor. Not good. Zemer in the lead right now. He's got some lap cars just in front of him here. Josh Newman to the high side. Stevens, Jonathan to the high side as well. And here comes Zemer all by himself. Well, Tim Boyce coming down. And so is Michael Richardson. As Montrose is already pitted, or coming out of pit road now, getting ready to get back on the track. For Calvert as well. So a lot of these drivers are spread out. Woof. Not good, not good. All right, Mike. We already had pit stops here. Last 3 drivers just went down pit road. Everybody's spread out here. On a different strategy. Oh, Jordan Massey goes sideways here.
I heard somebody, what was it, Brock? I got another spinner here.
And Massey doesn't hit anything. Gets on the track. And does the caution come out? It does. And I knew we were going to see some green. Cycle. Yeah, I knew we were going to see some green flag pit stops. The air was the issue there. We're going to have to go back and look at it. And let's look at it right now. From the Outcast Motorsports instant replay. Look at that. Just air. Went up the track. Montrose. I don't know if that was Montrose or Youngblood. Like that was Youngblood there on the high side. And the air just got to him.
Yeah, that's kind of an odd
Try to get it off the track, though. Take a look at it here one more time. From the cockpit view of Jordan Massey.
Wow, just very odd.
And you can see nobody else got into him, nor did he have any damage. Didn't hit anything. How about that?
Yeah, pretty lucky right there. This right here, just barely back on it. That's what the yellow was for, just back on the racing line with cars approaching. But that'll give everybody a little time to collect themselves after the pit stops. But I guess I heard Brandon Brock spun a little bit, and we had someone blow an engine. Is that what I heard while I was gone?
Yeah. So Daka Jones in the Twitch chat is a driver here, Jeremy Ingold, out of the race. Lap 1, downshifted, hit the wrong pedal, and kaboom.
Yeah, that's a shame. Like I said, it'll take everybody a little while to get used to the shifting in these.
Brandon Brock, though, lucky break for Brock, to say the least. Lucky break for Brock. As he is should still be on the same lap.
Could have been a little bit of a break for Zemer, too, as he came down by himself. So that may help out a few guys here.
Yeah, it should, Brandon Brock should maybe get the lucky dog here. Yeah, Zemer pitted by itself. And that actually helped Zemer, believe it or not, because he's being scored in the lead. Him and Tim Boyce were the last to pit. And before the leaders or the guys previously pitted got to him, the caution came out. So, yeah, lucky break for him. There goes Brandon Brock. He is our lucky dog winner. He goes around,
It's
gets his lap
amazing.
out.
This thing's almost halfway over already.
Man, these guys, I told you, cautions are far and few in this league.
Well, our Monday night series only had 27 at North Wilkesboro the other night, so not too bad.
Not at all. Not in North Wilkesboro. That is a, man, I don't know what kind of track that is, but I am not a fan.
No, I don't like it either, but 27 cautions, wow.
Track temp down to 104, so guys are going to get faster as he's got the lucky dog to go in, get some fuel, and get her going once again. I don't know if anybody else is going to come down pit road. I know I would.
I mean, I would top it off.
Let's see, last pitted on lap 29. So
Could be your spot to take your tires if you wanted to take them and not lose a lot of position.
yep. I'm not sure at the actual wear of the tires tonight. Car seems to be handling pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say everybody's holding in there pretty good. We'll see when they start getting a little more aggressive on the pushes, but right now everybody looks fairly stable. We've seen a few guys, and the really odd spin there that we saw, but other than that, it looks, pretty good. And that's also probably a little bit of cold tires and high side and the air. And as we said, we do have that 14-mile-an-hour wind, so that can move you around for sure.
Definitely. We got some takers here. Looks like Tibbs back there down pit road to get some fuel.
Yeah, I think I'd take this opportunity to just get my tires. I won't have to do it later. In case, if we stay green again, I wouldn't want to take tires at all. I just want to be able to splash and go. Yep, fuel only, looks like.
Pitch back up. A and B at the tail end of the field with Brandon Brock, Kel Peterson back there, Jordan Massey. Of course, Jordan Massey, after that spin, he's going to the back.
Oh, yeah. And for the folks out there, I apologize. I had to step away. You may hear me have to do that a few times during the season. I've got a situation with my wife that she had a stroke in January. We're getting better, but we're not quite there yet, so I got to help her with some needs once in a while, and I appreciate Adam for being patient with that, and I appreciate all you out there being patient with that, as I may have to do it, every now and then.
It's no problem at all. No problem at all. And if I could help, I would. I promise you.
I feel good. She's got herself onto a cane now, and a month ago she could barely get into a wheelchair, so we're coming along.
Awesome. We'll say the Outcast here will say a little prayer. Hopefully it'll get better sooner than later.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this last 36 laps or so. We're going to start seeing them get a little more aggressive if they're trying to get the winner. Somebody's going to have to try to take this high side up high with some friends and see if they can make the momentum.
I'm looking at the lap 50-ish to start moving here. Pace car's off though. We're going back green, and there it is. Zemer is leading the way here.
Like I said, caught that great break. Now just take advantage of it, Brian. That's the key. You got the break. Just don't get too far out there. These guys will come and get to you. We're kind of seeing the same thing. Everybody migrating to the bottom as quickly as they can.
Yeah, I think they're still on fuel saving mode here, Mike.
Yep.
As of now, they're going to have to make one more stop for sure. As
There's some drafting.
Oh, we got a wreck here.
Oh, we got a
some
spinner.
nasty one. Ronnie Welchel involved as well. Looks like, oh yeah, backwards on the track, watching it happen. Definitely got a front row seat to that one. And don't worry,
Have to take a
folks.
look.
We're going to be all up on it. Oh, looks like the 26 of Tim Boyce. He was on the high side. Let's take a ride here with Tim Boyce on the cockpit view here. See what happened. He's on the high side, getting a bump from Drew Calvert right there. And looks like the 3 wide. Terry Litweiler turns and gets him.
That was definitely not a straight up bang, because he was in the left-hand mirror hard.
And let's take a look here. We're going to look at it from the chopper cam. And it looks like the 34 of Dalton Hall comes down. And as Litweiler comes up, the 43 comes down. They just kind of pinch the 34 here. And that's all she wrote. I wouldn't say a whole lot of damage per se.
No, it didn't look terrible. I'd say that's one thing, probably just caught him off guard. We hadn't seen him move like that all night. I don't think they were expecting it. They were starting to ease down a little bit, just got a pinch.
So looking like just the nose of the 62 and the nose of the 71 is all that happened there in that wreck. Everybody else should be pretty good. I mean, I'm sure they're going to need a new pair of underwear, though.
Absolutely. Worn out fire suit after that one.
No doubt about it.
Beautiful Daytona in the daytime. Can't get any better than that.
Love it.
Now these guys, they'll all come get a splash.
Yep, Ronnie Welchel got a little bit of damage, not a whole lot.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look at too. Folks are not trying to be quiet. They were just trying to digest what all happened to everybody. I got a couple takers on tires. Made it past halfway.
Looking at that paint scheme there, I know that style. That is a Pinnacle Wraps paint scheme right there. Drew Kuhn over there in Pinnacle Wraps, wrapping up Ronnie Welchel's car, looking snazzy, although Drew not too happy with Ronnie as he kind of scuffed his paint up.
For sure, getting a little damage fixed there.
It'll be all right. And
yeah, it didn't look too bad.
JK in the chat, Dalton Hall was slowly but surely moving up too. He was my pick. Oh, you can't go wrong with Dalton Hall, as David DeVale now with a lucky dog. And WBL 300 looking forward to racing with these guys this season in the trucks. And the Gen 6 seems like a great league. Yeah, it is a fantastic league, probably one of the best. And JK also in the chat, maybe people come back down to top off, try to save enough for the rest of the way. Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that out there at 24 laps, I think 26 maybe we saw earlier. That's about as far as they're going to be able to go probably, unless we get a lot of caution.
Yep. Hubert Johnson in the chat saying no question, and I think that's an answer. That's an answer to 2 questions here. Seems like a great league and has the pit. No question to both. And 29 laps with saving, which that's what we saw Brian Ziemer do, as he was able to stay out as long as possible.
Well, that would take what, two cautions, maybe make it possible. That'd be real close.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Enjoying being with you folks. I know that. I'm starting to really enjoy doing these broadcasts with Glad Dad. So I'm going to learn these guys eventually. I'm just sitting here staring and squinting, trying to figure out who's who.
I promise you'll learn quick as we do the Friday night Synergy Elite Truck Series together, Mike, and the very first race was an absolute disaster for me, just like you're talking there with trying to learn everybody.
Oh
And
yeah.
then, once you do it, you know exactly who's who. And then it gets really exciting here. But looks like we got the 16 of Youngblood and the 74 of Answorth going to lead us back to the green flag. And you got to watch out for that 74, especially on the high side, or if he's leading, because it's going to be hard pressed to get that lead back from him once he takes it.
Yeah, him and Michael Stevens, they've been up on the top all night long. I mean, they've committed to up there. They just can't get any help with anybody. They need a little bit of help up there, and I think they could make it work.
Well, I think after this next pit stop here, you're going to see a lot of high side shuffle, maybe even some 3 wide. Hint, hint, for any of the drivers listening to the broadcast. Let's make it happen, Captain, as we're going back green. Carson Youngblood leading the way here with Charles Wilson out back.
Yep, we need a little better start there. Need to stay connected to get that high side to work. But like you said, I don't think they're ready for that yet. We'll see if he'll let Ainsworth in. He's a noob. I don't care if we've been together all night. I'm going on by.
Charles Wilson not connected yet to the 16. As soon as he does, it's game over. There it is.
Yeah, you see there, folks, what I'm talking about. There are huge runs to come. These guys are not pushing whatsoever.
Yeah, if Charles Wilson wanted to give him a bump, he would have, but he never even touched the back of that car. We'll take a look here off the top of Charles Wilson, just to show you what we're looking at. And I can hear a slight noise to the outside of Charles Wilson through my headset. And there it is, right there on the screen. The 74 leading the way here.
Yeah, big push out of Christopher Jones there. That's how you do it. That's how you move forward.
And JK, don't look now, but look who it is up here trying to battle the way, and that's Dalton Hall.
Yeah,
in the middle once again.
In the middle.
Well, he must like sandwiches, because he is definitely the meat in the sandwich tonight.
Yeah, able to get enough toe as the 61 goes high there. He's able to get enough toe to get himself through. That'll help him out there, because he could have been in a bad situation.
Eric Johnson now pushing the 43 of Drew Calvert, trying to get him to the lead now. And like I said, once the 74 takes the lead, you're going to be hard-pressed to take it away from him. He is not going to give it up easy.
I love it. Got some new players making their way toward the front. All these are new players to me, but I love this. Now we're starting to get into some racing here. We got 5, 6 cars on top. That would be enough if we can get the 61 connected to the back of the 34 there.
And just like that, they're dropping back. Somebody's got a side draft the bottom lane. And let's get going once again, as we have only got 30 laps remaining here in this race as they come into turn 4 and cross the start-finish line. There it is. The tower has changed now to 30 laps to go. And I think they're going to have to run another race after this, because this is way too short.
Yeah, this one's flying by. I'm going to give you that. Yeah, if this top lane can stay connected, you'll see them fall back a little in the corner. They're going a longer distance, but 61 to Rob Williams needs to get up and tagged into the back end of these guys a little closer, and they will go to the front. There's no question in my mind. Here we go, getting a push out of Tibbs.
Now here with Rob Williams. Here's Rob Williams and his webcam, as he's not quite to the back of the 71 though.
Oh, big side draft there in the middle. There you go. Pull up there, and then we'll get to the front. Was that a beauty rest paint scheme? I don't think I've ever seen a beauty rest paint scheme in my life.
Yes, sir. Well, I don't think you will, because Terry Litweiler is one of the big boss mans there. So, of course, we've got Serta Simmons Betting as a sponsor here for the Outcast Motorsports.
Outcast sleeping well.
No doubt. I think as a broadcaster's bonus, Terry should try to help us get some mattresses because I'm sleeping in a hole lately and I don't like it.
Yeah, mine's got about that old too. Right now, I'm sleeping on the couch, giving the bed to my wife. So I'll take one of those fold-out guys, I guess.
Nice. Drew Calvert down from the top to the bottom as the 5 of Michael Stevens now leading the way on the top side, being pushed by Dalton Hall.
Yeah, we saw Eric Johnson with a big move to the bottom. These guys they need to just connect on the top, and they would go to the front. You see the little disorganization down on the bottom. They're not really pushing right now. If you wanted to go straight to the front, you could do it right here.
Well, what about a strategy here? What if we get down to, say, 22 laps to go, and then they pit? That'll be plenty enough time to kind of do something here, strategize, and still have enough fuel for maybe some green light checkers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably, I mean, I'm sure that's what they're looking for, but here we go. We're getting a big push out of D-Mac here. Taking Stevens to the front to see if they'll drop down. If he does clear, he might not be able to clear. We're getting another push coming back on the inside now.
Yeah, you got Christopher Jones doing fantastic here. Been talking to Christopher off and on during the offseason. Seems like a really cool cat and one heck of a driver, obviously, as he is pushing his guts out here.
Yeah, he's putting the bumper to him hard now.
Once
Maybe
he did,
trying to figure out what he can do.
Once he did, that outside lane just kind of just died out. Now look, everybody moving down to the bottom now. Michael Stevens and Rob Williams on the high side being left alone. And now Eric Johnson leading the high side and back down to the bottom. Now back up to the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're trusting Stevens right now. I'm not sure why they didn't want to go ahead and push him on through. But everybody, as soon as they cleared, they wanted to move up. You see Eric Johnson, he's side draft hard. Him and Tibbs out here. We'll see if they can make a push.
If there's one guy that can get up to the front, it's going to be the 18. And now the 34, Dalton Hall, he decides he wants to lead now, as he's leading the high side. Now, you know these three, now that they're connected, they are going to the front if they want it. The 18's going to push until he's pretty much red on his gauges.
Yeah, that's the one thing. They overheat so fast anymore. You get pushing hard, you forget what you're doing. Next thing you know, black smoke.
Yeah, you've got to be cognizant of where you are on your temperatures, because they creep up real fast here, especially at the rate that Eric Johnson's going right there. As we look on the nose of him, you can see he is completely sealed off that front, and it's going to overheat real quick. You're going to have to see him back off here. There he goes. Man, it's like we're driving here.
Yeah. I would still like to see him go a half a lane higher, get away from any and all air disturbance. I know it's shorter right here, but a half a lane up, get away from any and all disturbed air and see what they could do.
Eric Johnson saying, come up, come up, come up. Now go down. Come up.
Playing the game.
As he's getting around Dalton Hall here. What game are we playing, baby? What game are we playing?
Who do I trust right now? That's it.
Well, we're at lap 24 here. I'm looking for some strategies, man. What I'm looking for.
That would be interesting to me. Come early. I've seen in a lot of leagues, I've seen that work. You come early with a group. If you don't get another caution, a lot of times you just drive right around them in like a line of 6.
Well, yep, here's the thing, though, Mike, is when you pit together, you've got to stay together.
Yep.
If you get spread out and, half your team or the squad you pit with has a bad pit stop, or they overshoot something, overshoot their box, or anything like that, you're completely screwed. You are.
Oh, that's it. I mean, you all have to come out at, touching distance of each other off the pit lane. Now we're getting a good push out of Johnson here. See if Stevens can come forward. It's not seeming to help the 5 for some reason here.
The 18 talking to him here on the track, gotta be in communication with the 5, saying, you know, telling him where to go and what to do. Oh, as the 18 goes to the high side.
Yeah, we might be seeing why nobody's trying to push Stevens to the front. It just, whoa, big slide. It doesn't really seem that the 5 can lead. He may be a better pusher than leader right now.
Big moment. Big moment there for Eric Johnson. Makes the save, though, and we're back going with him. Only lost about a, you know, handful of spots.
Tibbs doing a good job of the side drive, trying to hold serve out here all by himself. I got to say, he's going to try to get in line, but I don't think there's going to be a spot for him here in a minute.
Nope, he's going to drop back, and he's going to be all the way at the back. There goes Kel Peterson around. There goes Rob Williams. So he's going to drop here into probably 20th spot. 19th, 18th, somewhere around there. As we go back up front, everybody's single file out. Strategy is about to happen here. You can mark my words.
Yeah,
they're going to try to split this thing.
Ainsworth just done a great job. You know, he used the high side until he finally got the push from Christopher Jones there, and then, as you said, hard to get around. He's been up front ever since.
Oh, if that guy knows how to manipulate the air, that's the perfect word to describe Jacob Ainsworth. Is a manipulator of the aero package here on the drafted track. He's really, really good at leading. He loves clean air. No matter where we go, 1.5 miles, 2 mile, 2.5 mile, he loves it.
I love it here because you got vision.
We got 2 distinct groups now. We got another group back here with Brandon Brock, Josh Newman, Brian Welchel. All these guys back here now trying to catch up. Ben Boyce as well.
Yeah, that'll be your 20th place and on back right there. Old school racing, Adam, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to stay back here in case something happens. We'll push in a little bit.
Yeah, and do we pit back here? Do we pit early? Do we try to out-pit these guys?
Well, you're 4 seconds behind the lead pack. Can you make that up if you pit early? I'm not sure.
Well, it all depends on what they have happen up there in front. It's,
yeah.
You know, if you're pitting under green flag, it's literally a battle of luck. It's how lucky can you get to keep your guys all together. I mean, at this
I mean, that's the key to everything. You can't pit by yourself at this point. You've got to have guys, and you've all got to hit it. You all got to hit your marks. You all got to hit the pit road. All that's going to matter. We're trying to see a third lane develop up here.
Dalton Hall, Eric Johnson up at the top here. Still trying to get that top side going. Just not having any luck. Terry Litweiler said, we stand up at the bottom.
That was a close move there for Montrose all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was a tight three-way right there. A menage a trois, if you will. Michael Stevens going up the track just a little bit, trying to chop the nose of the 29. That's not going to work. He's going to go back down to the bottom. As the 29 now alongside the 71. And here they go. They've got a surge of energy on the high side.
Yeah, they've got enough cars. If they can hook up here, they should be able to move forward. The high line seems to always want to go. Now, daytime's a little different, but it'll usually hold the momentum.
Get close on pit stops here. Got the fuel window set to 27 laps. And Richardson running low here. Got way less than a quarter of a tank. Pit stops are going to be quick too, Mike. Real
Yes.
quick. They're not going to take a full tank of fuel. They don't need it. They're probably going to take a half or 5/8 of a tank or so.
Yeah, probably just enough to get them through a green-white checker, however they could want to compute that. Carson Youngblood thought about moving up to the high side, said, nah, stay right here. If Bell jumps up, they can go straight to the lead, but he's going to stay with Ainsworth right there.
Nobody willing to do. Oh, here we go. Richardson to the high side now, being pushed by Dalton Hall and Eric Johnson. And Tibbs up there as well.
All right, now spread out, spread out, spread out.
Still side drafting though. Oh, here we go. Got a new leader, Michael Richardson. To the front. Is he going to pull down? No, he's not. Not going to pull down.
If he would leave it.
I think I would have.
I would have.
You get a point for leading.
Oh, I definitely would have.
Yeah, I definitely would have too, but it's going to be a drag race here. And Answorth's going to lead that lap, yep, by a bumper. Yeah, if Richardson plans on running full time here, I mean, these drivers are going to have to lead where they can.
I see Ainsworth up the track a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Got a little tight there. I think he may have got a bad push from the 39 of Jones, maybe. Not trying to call Jones out or anything, but may have gotten a push there on entry.
Oh, he's a heck of a pusher. I'm going to give him that. Every
Whoa,
time I look,
round goes Answorth.
No, look.
And Dalton Hall.
curse. Commentator curse, folks. I'm sorry. I'm terrible about it.
Yeah, the
I just said he's a good
out.
pusher and got a little sideways on the push there.
Robert Tibbs. Robert Tibbs looks like he's got a blown motor there. Oof. We're going to take a look at it, folks, and see exactly what happened here. I'm going to look at Answorth first. Looks like he comes up the track just a little bit. There he goes, and the 39 gets him. Oh, Tibbs, nowhere to go. Oh, that was what finished him off right there.
Yeah, that was a big shot. Ainsworth, big shot. I wasn't laughing because they were wrecking, folks. I'm laughing because every time I seem to talk about somebody, this happens.
Oh, every time. It's a broadcaster's curse. All right.
Every time.
So look at the 19 here on the high side, fourth one in line. Goes nowhere to go, and they just flip him. Kind of slows him up enough for the 39 to clean him out there.
Yeah, Jones up the track.
39 had no control. The car shot up the track. And then Dalton Hall here. Oh, net code there for Dalton Hall. As we'll take a look at it. Slow down here, Glad Dad. Right here, look, you'll see there's net code here between the 39 and the 34. Boom, right there.
Yeah, there's no reason he should have spun.
And Answorth he made it because of the net code there. That's what caused this wreck.
Yeah, it just spun him right in front of the field. Pretty odd.
Well, not good. Oh, but look at this. Michael Richardson winning the battle off pit road, and now will be the new leader. Rob Williams now in second. Charles Wilson third.
Yeah, Eric, Youngblood, Eric Johnson able to make it through. Montrose made it through. And of course, that brings that backpack right back into play here. Now they can go for it.
That's right. Now they may be behind the 8 ball here, but Tank Man, I'm not sure that was entirely, I don't think that was your fault there. We can go back and look at it if you would like. Just let me know here in the chat. We'll go back and replay it. But the initial the initial contact between the 39 and the 74 was net code to the 34.
Yeah, 34 net coded terribly bad. It was just net code for the 34. I mean, the other contact, like you said, a little drift, and then we get a little bit of a push, but the 34 complete net code.
And here we'll look at it real quick. We are not side by side yet, so we're going to take a look at it right here. And let's rewind it just a smidge here. And play it. The 74 goes up the track as you were coming up to give him a bump here. And that is all she wrote. Tank Man, I wouldn't, Yes, Wolf, yes, Markland. We know, don't we? Netcode has been a serious issue as of late, the last couple of weeks at least. But Tank Man, don't take it too hard. These things do happen.
Yeah, if Tank Man is Jones there, that was a good push. It just a little much maybe, but not all your fault, buddy.
Well, Mike, it's 10-lap shootout here.
10 to go at the line, Adam.
What are we thinking? And do we have any cars to watch here that you've been watching as far as I wouldn't say aggressive, but the need to push and get to the front?
Well, I've seen Johnson have good speed. I've seen Youngblood has looked real solid all night long. We don't know exactly what these guys in the back have got, but as I said, we've seen the huge runs and guys just, laying back a little bit. That time is over. They're going to take those runs now if they've got somewhere to go with it, and we're going to see the pushing ramp up. So Youngblood's in a good spot. His cars look real stable. We've seen the 55 at the front already today too. So a couple of guys you might want to look out for right there.
That's right. Well, we've got some guys that could be first-time winners here. The 29, the 61. We got Fuchs and Hamilton back here, 9th and 10th. And still plenty of time to figure this thing out as the pace car's coming down. It's time to go green. Richardson, Wilson leading us back to the green flag here.
10 to go. Richardson, big start there. These front two trying to get away. That's not the best idea at Daytona unless they want to try to block traffic, and that's a little early for that. So that'll allow the other car there to get down low. Couldn't quite tell who that was.
Charles Wilson moves down from the top side, leading down to third on the inside. And he's going to dip right in front of Eric Johnson, one of the known Outcast guys who knows how to push when it comes time to push.
And see a big push out of Zymer on the outside there too with Youngblood. If we can get a couple more up there. There we go. Litweiler's trying. We got Brock's trying. There we go. We're going to get them lined up. Oh, there goes Johnson to the high side. See if they can get the momentum going here. We got a little separation between the front three.
You got some heavy hitters here. We've got some Outcast Motorsports champions on the high side.
All trying to get Rob Williams that push to try to catch Richardson here. This is where any separation will matter. If you start getting separated at all, one of these lines is going to take advantage of you. And these top 4 or 5, they're doing a great job alongside these bottom 3 really putting a push.
Rob Williams now in the lead in front of the 29. Oh, big bump here from the 29. Stay it easy there.
Answered that question.
Hey, now you know who's in the lead on that high side though, and it's Eric Johnson. He's being pushed by Carson Youngblood. These two guys know how to race at a super speedway. So Rob Williams, he's going to have to keep these pushes happening He's going to have to stay and kind of drag his brake just a little bit on the bottom side to keep that 29 locked in.
Yeah, he's got him locked in right now for sure. See a little separation on the high side, and you see these two guys able to drive back by.
Whoa! Rob Williams, boom,
out.
up into Carson Youngblood, cleaned out here. And there's a ton of damage here on this one.
That's a big one.
Rob Williams.
Oh, no, stay there, Rob.
Rob Williams got significant damage to the left rear quarter panel. The rear tire's not even spinning. Brandon Brock involved. Lots of drivers involved. Don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start up front with Rob Williams.
Ken TV in the chat there. It's Ian Montrose.
Ian Montrose, that's right. All right, let's take a look here. From the back of Rob Williams, oh, looks like the second burst, same as the first. Oh, nasty hit there from Jordan Massey and Kel Peterson. Backs up into Rob Williams. Now let's take a look here once again from the chopper cam of what unfolded here from the front with Rob Williams. Goes up the track and gets hooked by a 29. Carson Youngblood nowhere to go.
Oh, Litweiler. Oh, woo, wow, he did a great job to get through there. Well, that's what we're talking about to get these pushes. If the front car starts wiggling, all you can see is the deck leg, and you start wiggling with them, and then you get mistimed, and this happens. That's a very hard thing to do, is keep your eyes off of the deck lid.
Get on board here with Terry Litweiler as he's going to split the C's here. Wow, Terry Litweiler lucky. I can't believe it. Wow. Ooh. Made it through there unscathed and lives to fight another day. Terry Moses Litweiler just split the Red Sea here. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's like you said, new shorts, but we're good.
Brandon Brock down pit road. There he goes in his box. Gonna have to get some damage fixed and get some fresh tires. Looks like just the nose. Yes, Johnson got lucky, and now he has found himself in the lead for a little tiny shootout here. Got Wilson gonna be starting on the outside. Montrose behind Johnson. Oh, what's going on, Ken TV? How we doing tonight?
Yes, this should be good. Like I said, that was just a push gone bad. It's so hard. Once one guy goes one way, you want to stay on his bumper, but it's just back and forth, and then that's usually what you get out of it. But that's going to set us up. You know, Eric Johnson, Charles Wilson, Ian Montrose, Richardson's still up here. Tim Boyce making his way up. Haven't called him all night. Terry Litweiler made it through. Steve Giberson there in 7th. David Vodka is 8th. O'Brien B-Dubs there. He's 9th. Jordan Massey all the way up to 10th. But we saw that big contact Massey had. Not sure how good his equipment is right now.
Yeah, we need to take a look at the front bumper here of Massey. Not sure where he is on track. There he is right there. Look off of Brian Welchel. Oh, Massey looking decent. I don't see any damage. Right. Yeah, I don't see any damage to the front of the 68 machine.
Wow. That was a big lick, too. I think you'd see a little something.
Man, Ken, this would be a good league for you.
That Synergy thing. That Synergy thing on Friday nights, they accept pros.
Yeah, I'm Ken, just to let you in a little secret. I have to broadcast because I'm a pro. I'm pro at running my mouth. That's about it.
Shoot. I'm not even that, man.
But JKKSR in the chat says Eric Draftmaster Johnson. Now that's what I'm talking about. We don't know that yet. We don't know that, JK. But let's see. We do have, well, D-Max sitting back there. That was John's pick here for tonight. But he's got a lot of ground to make up, so it looks like he's changing his vote to the guy going to restart here in the front row. How convenient.
4 to go at the line, huh? Well, we'll just have to get tied up together here and see what we do.
Oh, there's Lubba Jackson. Hey, how we doing? 18 all the way. No. Anyone but the 18. I'm hitting a little favoritism there.
Sound like the pay window's open as much as that 7-Eleven is.
That's right. Well, they're related, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, that counts. Step in Alabama.
All right, folks, here we go. Short shootout to the win. Or we're going to get another caution. Looking off the back here.
Yeah, this
Montrose.
bottom line is going to have some energy.
Yeah. Charles Wilson, no help out the top. Oh, we got a wreck back there. Looks like the 33. Looks like maybe the 33 back there. Yep. Sean Rother sideways. We're staying green, though. Dalton Hall with a black flag. Eric Johnson being pushed by Montrose. Oh, this is going to get sketchy here. JKKSR, if you know, you know. Here we go. Coming to 3 laps to go here, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to
who's
get real
win
interesting. I think these front two are going to stay locked together for a little bit, and then Richardson, he's going to need a push, but he's in a perfect position to get a big draft there and bring a couple guys to the outside. He had laid back just a little. Like you said, that's the key, right? If they lay back and then all of a sudden the run comes, which he could do right now. You can see him in that mirror right there. He's laying back. He could get a huge run on these guys if he can just get a little help.
You talking about Michael Richardson?
Yes, the 29. Yeah. You see him in the mirror right there. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can see him before, but he's laid back where he can get a big run if he wants it. But he's got to get somebody on his rear end there. Boy's going to have to move up there.
He's going to have to get Tim Boyce to the back of him here. And they're in a prime spot right now. If Boyce can connect, here he comes right here. Off the back.
Now, Boyce trying to pull the move.
Boyce went up top.
Litweiler with him. Oh, not enough momentum.
Boyce said, hey, you know what? I'll go up here. I'll lead this top side. Now Johnson, what is Johnson going to do? He's going to have to come up here, and he's going to have to guard the momentum. He's going to have to charge both lines and watch. Oh, as the 29 comes down, he gets sideways into Montrose.
Montrose that's a ambulance flight. My
Montrose
goodness.
Going down to the infield care center after that one.
Whee.
Tim Boyce as well. And the caution will wave.
Did I bring bad luck to you guys, man? I mean, you guys racing hard, boy.
Terry Litweiler with a repair flag. Charles Wilson as well. Tim Boyce with a repair flag. Jordan Massey. A lot of drivers got hit hard right there under that. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was a absolute shot for the 10 machine. My goodness.
And looks like he's already let's look here for Montrose. 26 pushing the 29. Oh, the 60 is Steve Giberson. Went up the track just a little bit, got into the 29 in the left rear quarter panel. And then let's check and see what happened here to Terry Litweiler, as he's also got a repair flag.
I'm not real sure. I'm not sure what was happening with the 29 there. It looked like he wanted to come down a side draft in the corner. Yeah, just got a little tag.
Terry Litweiler bunching up there, had nowhere to go.
Several guys hitting that right front, and we know in iRacing that right front is not where you want to hit, especially on a down power track.
Well, an unfortunate turn of events. Our first green-white checker will be tonight, as we got some tow-up race cars, and they've been redesigned by Crush, which is a new designer here at Outcast. You can see the right front. He is Jordan Massey has stubbed his toe on the right front. It's not even working anymore.
No, that toe link said I'm out of here.
Well, I towed him.
The whole thing's out of there.
Johnson, Giberson. Gonna be starting on the front row here. Vodka, Stevens. Man, these guys are in prime spots here. I mean, I'm looking right here at first-time winners. We've got Giberson, Vodka, Stevens, Brian Welchel, Ronnie Welchel, Zemer, Wilson. Well, Wilson down pit road now, so looks like it's the top 7 here. Pretty prime location, though. It's fixed. It's open, but it's fixed. They're all custom sets. But yes, they are fixed. They're Ken TV. Lucky Dog, Christopher Jones back out in the action again. And looks like damage is repaired on any damage he had.
Yeah, quite a bit of it.
And Mike, let's look at the damage report here. Drivers making damage or making repairs. Christopher Jones, I knew he had a damage. Almost 4 minutes of damage for Christopher Jones. Now finds himself as the lucky dog, and surprise, surprise, back on the lead lap.
Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic for him. He's in here chatting with us while he's getting it repaired, and he's back on the track. And it does look like they did a great job of, getting most of everything fixed. That's what it's going to come down to right now. Do you have a clean vehicle with full power? And if you do, you're going to have a good shot at it.
How we doing, Broadfoot? Oh, Brandon Broadfoot up in the chat here. One of the admins over at another league we broadcast for, Synergy Elite Truck Series. Nice to have you in here, brother. And you joined just in time for a green-white checkered. Oh, you love the booth. Well, the booth loves you.
Sure he does. Sure
the booth loves you. Well, at least I do. I don't know about Mike. I can't speak for him. But anyway, folks, we got Johnson, Giberson starting on the front row here for the first green-white checkered.
Oh, that's not good, Brandon. An active shooter? Get out of there.
Wow.
California.
Oh, brother.
All right, who you got? Everybody else seems to have the 18. Who you got?
I can't choose the 18. I can't choose the 18. Look, Vodka, I promise you, Vodka won't stray from the 18. The 5 and the 60, they're going for it. So it's going to come down between the 5, the 60, the 24. Like I said, it's going to stay with the 18. I'm going to say the 62 and the 53 connect together here and try to go after it.
That'd be great. We'll see if we can get a third line to develop. Probably going to need one toward that last little bit.
JK said Giberson. Wolf Markland said Vodka. So...
Vodka.
Yep, David Vodka, my favorite drink.
So Tito going to the front.
All right, folks, here we go. First green-white checkered attempt now here at Outcast. we've probably had maybe 3 green-white checkers in 5 seasons of Outcast. Green flag back in the air. Vodka staying with the 18. This is spectacular right here.
Yeah, it's not what Giberson needed. He did not get the 5 to go with him, but that's going to give the 53 and the 55 a chance. If they keep this gap to have a huge run, then here comes the 3 again of Brock. Man, he's been in the back, got some damage repaired. I would have stayed there for a minute, but that's all right.
Brock trying to get some runs happening here with the 43 of Calvert. And I promise you, they're going to pull to the high side. They're going to side draft their way all the way to the front if they can. But like I said, Vodka, he's going to stay with the 18.
Yeah, they're trying to separate.
The 53 of Brian Welchel, I don't know if he's going to try to do something here, but Brandon Brock on the high side being pushed by the 5 now. There goes the 53.
There's a move.
The white flag is out one more time around.
See if the 5 is as good a pusher as we thought he could be. Need to get, oh boy, this is going to get close. A side draft, get her down there. Eric Johnson still out front. Vodka, B-dubs right there, coming hard on the outside. Oh, it broke up.
Yep, it broke up. Now it's going to come down to, oh, there goes the 55 out. Nope, he's not going to have enough time. They're already in turn number 4.
Up. Did anybody lay back to get a run? 53 is going to try it. He did lean, but lay back.
Eric Johnson to the win. Eric Johnson is going to win tonight here at Daytona for the inaugural Outcast Motorsports Next Gen Series. How about that? Eric,
well, after seeing all the
Master
comments,
Johnson.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to trust the Twitch stream here. But Eric Draftmaster Johnson, as given the name by JKKSR, comes in clutch. And you know, Lova Jackson and the Grandma are happy here. Oh, and the Glatmall, which is my mother-in-law, is an absolute Eric Johnson fan. She's a what we call a Eric Johnson fanatic.
Well, it's good to have a fan club. I never was able to win enough to, well, hardly any to get a fan club, so that's good. I have to take a few notes. Really good racing, though. I mean, we did get a little rash at cautions, probably unexpected, a couple bad pushes, but all in all, good racing out of everybody.
Yes, it was. Johnson coming around out of turn 4, and you know what? They took enough fuel. He's doing a burnout. Got Eric Johnson on the screen here with the webcams, showing that beautiful back knee, the back acne, as he's getting ready to come over here and celebrate here for the first race here on a Monday night. Around and around he goes. Where he stops, I know, victory lane.
See if he can draw an 18 in the grass. Nope, not going to try.
You know what? Challenge accepted. I'm going to tell him you said that. And he's going to be doing that from now. That's going to be his call sign.
Grass, Eric.
All right. Eric Johnson doing Eric Johnson things. He's already going to start off this series with a bang.
Gonna take care of that set of good years.
And in 3, 2, 1, engine blow. Oof.
I just tells you he was cheating. He's trying to blow the motor up.
It's almost there.
Getting there.
Boom! There it goes. All right. Well, with that being said, shall we get into the race results? I think we should. Here we go. Eric Johnson leading 13 laps, bringing it home in the number 1 spot. David Vodka, fantastic run by the Vodka in second. Brian Zemer, nice run for him in third. Brian Welchel, I'm going to keep saying nice run. Look at that. Brian Welchel in fourth. Drew Calvert fifth. Michael Stevens, first time here with Outcast, finishing sixth. Ronnie Welchel seventh. Brandon Brock in eighth. Rob Hamilton ninth. And Christopher Jones, nice, bringing it home in the 10th spot. And then we got Dalton Hall 11th. Steve Giverson 12th. Michael Richardson's in 13th. Sean Rother 14th. Jacob Answorth 15th. Shannon Donathan 14th. Tim Boyce finishing 17th. Terry Litweiler, bad luck there at the end of that thing, in 18th. Jordan Massey 19th. And Charles Wilson 20th. Robert Tibbs with the pole. Dalton Hall, fastest lap with a 45.688. Robert Tibbs, most laps led tonight, 23. Dalton Hall, hard charger, up 18 spots from where he started. 5 cautions and 8 green flag lead changes by 10 different drivers tonight, and only 1 overtime. So, all in all, pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it was pretty good there. We seen guys trying to make runs. They couldn't quite get it going. And then finally at the end, you knew it was coming. And fantastic racing for the most part. Just a couple bad pushes is all we really saw.
Absolutely. Well, let's, we're going to start here with our third place finisher here, Brian Zemer. Why don't you go ahead and start us off here with Zemer? There we go. He's in the booth.
Hey, Brian, great run tonight, man. Able to miss some of that carnage. Just tell us about your run. How these cars feel being, the first season with these things on the big track.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't even decide to run this race until about 45 minutes before qualifying, because I've never enjoyed the next gen. They handle like a dump truck. So to get a little bit involved and not have that much damage and be there at the end, I'm pretty dang happy with that, because Daytona is always kind of crazy.
Yeah, we saw several guys all night. You were one of them for a little while, trying that high side. Was it just the matter of we couldn't stay locked together, or guys just wouldn't commit up, earlier in the race to make that high side work?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. It's kind of hard to side draft if you're not exactly sure where someone's going to be, and if they catch the apron, then you're kind of a sitting duck, So I think it was a little bit of both. Like, people didn't really want to commit, but the bottom line was treacherous too, because the checkups were vicious. It felt like you were coming to a stop at some point. So you had to be on your game. You had to be, aware, like, constantly. So it was a tough race. So I'm really glad to finish in the top 3.
Well, I'm glad to see you up in the top 3 as well. Nice patient run there. I'll tell you what, give us a shout out. Tell us about all the sponsors and who makes this possible for you.
Yeah, this league, man, you'd be hard pressed to find one that's a better set of racers and a better community. We couldn't do it without, Georgia Mountain Campgrounds, Auto America, Serta Simmons, Pinnacle Wraps, Jackie Jones. So it's really cool to be a part of, and that's, why, this is my social calendar. So, it's just a really, really good league, and I'm happy to be running well and just being a part of it,
Over to you, Adam.
And we won't keep you. We got 2 more guys waiting, but congratulations on a third place finish here. I look to see some wins in your future, I promise.
Yeah, there's some tough racers in this league, man. They're up there every week, so we're gonna have to up our game, but we're gonna try.
Absolutely. All right, Brian, we'll take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Thank you, buddy. All right, I'll get second place in here. Oh, man, my favorite drink. Mr. Vodka in the booth with us. Tell us about that run, David.
Yes, sir. Vodka on the rocks. Yeah, that was a good race. That was a lot of fun. there that last lap. I started to pull out from Eric, but I think it was Brian, the 55 on my outside. I thought had my outside quarter panel, and I ducked back in. I knew if I stayed on the outside, he was going to pass me for second. So had to push my favorite guy in the 18 car back to the lead, or keep him in the lead. But that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Mike, did I tell you that the 24 wasn't going to veer from the 18?
You told me from that restart, man.
I called it from the restart. But, man, David, super happy to have you here in second place. It's an absolute honor to have you running in this league. The community that you're involved with here is just superb. Super great guy. And man, that win is creeping up ever so slightly. You know, you've had some poles here last season. You've had some good runs already this season. So, man, without further ado, let's get them shout-outs in, and I'd go celebrate.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys up in the booth for calling the race. Shout out to y'all. Also, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds for sponsoring, and of course, Outcast Motorsports. Couldn't do it without these guys running the league, and everybody sponsoring it. Tammy Litweiler with Lou LaRue. Auto America, can't do it without them also. Serta, Dalton Hall, Pinnacle Wraps giving in. So Outcast Apparel, get you a t-shirt and hoodie while you can. And Half Moon Designs, couldn't do it with all these guys.
Absolutely, David. Great shout-outs, great run. And we'll see you in Victory Lane this season.
Yes, sir. It's coming. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm gonna let you lead this one off here. Now this guy's probably high strung here. You know he's got to win, but we're gonna let you get this interview out of the way.
All right, then. Hey, Eric Johnson, a big win for you right there, buddy. Able to miss the carnage, get the push from David there toward the end. But tell us about the middle of the race. I saw you up there at 34 a couple times, trying that high side over and over again. It just couldn't quite make it work. Was it just numbers, or was it some sort of error playing a trick tonight?
Yeah, the high line was tough. You got to know how to side draft, and a few of the guys that were leading the outside line, they kept wanting to side draft when they had momentum, and it just kept killing us. And after you kill the run about 2-3 times, the guy that's pushing gets hot, and then it's just all done. And so once we got sorted out of when to side draft a little better, things worked a little better up there. But yeah, it was very tough to get the high line moving there.
Well, once you got to the front there with David, that last restart, you guys really timed that out well. I don't know if you're in the same chat group or not, but you guys timed that great, got away, and then the outside lane just came apart. And it was just it was a great finish for you at the end there. Nobody really able to get a run on you guys.
Yeah, obviously, I don't win this without old vodka on the rocks right there. Like, yeah, he got a great restart. We were pretty much hooked up from the start, and we really put the pressure on the other guys. Like, they had to get hooked up quick and try to get it rolling on the outside, and it just takes a few laps to get going, and I don't think they quite had enough time. And like I said, I don't do this without David. He just committed to staying with me, which I'm surprised, because you see it. Anybody but the 18, people be chanting that all the time. So, shouts out to David once again for sticking with me when it matters, and he's going on the list, and it's the good side of it.
Well, I tell you what, buddy, you had plenty of guys picking you too. There was a couple, anybody but the 18, but there was a bunch of guys in there with you too, man. So I tell you what, take your time, give you shout outs, whatever you need to tell everybody about how you get through this every week.
Well, I mean, we had a lot of luck tonight. I mean, we had a golden horseshoe lingering around somewhere there in the cockpit. We narrowly avoided, I don't know how many of those wrecks near the end, by a bumper while some of these guys were getting destroyed. So, yeah, we got to thank the luck for once. Typically, we don't get the best of luck, but we put ourselves in the right spot at the right time, and so we appreciate that. But, of course, you guys up there in the booth calling the shots, Mike coming on, new guy, loving what you're doing. You and Adam are working real well together, bouncing off each other, and it sounds great. And I know a lot of other guys are feeling the same way. Everybody be chit-chatting, talking about you guys. So we appreciate you guys up there. And of course, Adam, you and your family thinking about you. Oh, Glatma, we're putting her in victory lane, getting her did. One of my biggest fans, and of course my aunt and my grandma, they're always watching in the chat, rooting me on. So we appreciate them. And we got our main sponsor here, Half Moon Designs, on the back of these cars. I don't know if you guys seen it, but they make some nice wooden trophies and stuff. Go check them out. We got Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America, Grand Island, Jackie Jones, Serta Simmons, Dalton Hall Construction. We got Tammy T. Lit over there at LuLaRoe making some stuff. And, of course, Drew Kuhn there at Pinnacle Wraps, wrapping some of these cars out here, making them look good. But once again, you guys up there in the booth and all our Outcast drivers. I mean, week 1, Daytona, we had almost 30 drivers. And I know we had some hiccups, but we had a lot of good racing tonight, and it was fun.
Yeah, good racing indeed. And Adam, back to you.
Man, hey, fantastic run here. Fantastic run, buddy, for your inaugural here for the Next Gen Series. Just these cars are tricky. And
they are.
You did what you needed to do to secure that victory tonight. So get out of here, go celebrate, and Mike and we're going to close this showdown.
Hey, be there, see the air, and you can get her done. But we appreciate you guys, and it's okay to be an outcast.
That's
Love
right.
you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Congrats, Eric.
Man, that guy's I told you he's high strung, but man, we love us some Eric Johnson. But anyway, folks, hey, Mike, an absolute honor having you here in the booth with me, doing some race analysis here and co-commentating. Actually, you're a color commentator. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but you definitely add some flair to the show. And I just want to say, as on behalf of Outcast Motorsports and the community, it's an absolute honor having you here in the booth with me. And don't go nowhere.
I appreciate. No, I'm not going anywhere, but we'll be back here tomorrow too. So thank y'all for accepting me in. Hopefully I did okay. I'm going to learn these guys. I started to catch them a little bit toward the middle of the race. It's going to get funner and funner for me, and it's just an honor to be with you, Adam. I appreciate all y'all over here at Outcast.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, tomorrow we're going back to Daytona for the trucks, but next week in the Next Gens, we're going to Phoenix for 175 laps. And then to my home track in Pensacola, Florida, Five Flags Speedway. That's going to be exciting. But anyway, folks, I want to give a shout out to, and hey, I'm part of Outcast. I got to do the shout outs, baby. We got Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Half Moon Designs, LuLaRoe by Tammy, Serta Simmons Betting, Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Pinnacle Wraps, Auto America, Dalton Hall Construction, and Outcast Custom Apparel. And of course, myself and Mike McKinnon here with Outcast Motorsports Network, thanking each and every one of you for showing up and showing out for the Outcast. We're going to get out of here. But before we do that, stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.